बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। दोस्तों, आज से तीसरा प्रैक्टिस सेशन है ब्रेंट के साथ। BRENT ब्रेंट टीचर का नाम है, अमेरिका से तल्लक है साहब और LA से, लॉस एंजल्स से। और ये जो सेशन 2 प्रैक्टिस आपने पहले मेरे से की हैं, वो था पहले तो कोशास के बारे में था, दूसरा था जो 8 लिम्स ऑफ योगा हो गया। तो कल हमने 5 लिम्स डिस्कस कर लिए थे। तो लास्ट 3 लिम्स जो है वो धरना, ध्याना एंड समाधि, उसके बारे में आज ये सेशन है और इसको आपको सुनिएगा प्लीज़, अच्छा लगेगा। ब्रेंट की आवाज़ में ही है, तो दरमियान में अगर कहीं तो मैं ऐड करूँगा, लेकिन मैं खुद इस सेशन को सीख रहा हूँ, प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ, तो आप भी मेरे साथ प्रैक्टिस कीजिएगा। सो स्टे विद मी, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Welcome to Samyama and the Siddhis. In this practice, we're going to be talking about the third chapter of the Yoga Sutras, where Patanjali goes into a little bit more detail about the last 3 limbs of the 8-limb path. As I mentioned in the previous practice, those limbs are dharana, which is concentration, dhyana, which is meditation, and samadhi, which we've referenced many times, which is about freedom or oneness with an object of meditation, which leads to that sense of inner freedom that is the goal of yoga. Now, what Patanjali tells us is that when you combine these last 3 limbs, it creates something called samyama, which is focusing deeply on an object of inquiry. And this inquiry leads to insight, deep insight into the nature of a thing. The 3rd chapter of the Yoga Sutra spends a lot of time talking about how this insight leads to something called siddhis. That's siddhis. And these are superpowers that yogis can acquire when they practice properly. And the 3rd chapter says all kinds of wild things. Samyama on language can give you the ability to understand languages that you don't even speak. Samyama on the body gives you a sense of being able to be invisible. Okay, it's like what's he even talking about? Now, it can seem pretty far out. In the context of Sankhya philosophy, there are actually things there that might be worth considering. For example, in one of the sutras, or actually in a number of the sutras, Patanjali talks about how Samyama on the sun and the moon and the stars gives insight into the nature of the solar system and galaxies and the movement of the stars and the planets. And we kind of take that stuff for granted these days, but when you consider that this was written 1,000 years before Copernicus or Galileo ever walked the face of the earth, it's pretty amazing the insight that yogis were able to gain into the nature of the natural world. So it's important to not disregard things out of hand because they sound a little bit crazy to our understanding of the world. All of that said, in this practice, we're going to focus a lot more on the traditional posture practice. What I'm hoping we can do is do this practice of samyama on our bodies, feeling into how the bones and the muscles work together to create movement, and see if we can access a little bit deeper potential inside of ourselves. So that's what this practice is all about. If you're ready to get started, go ahead and come into Virasana, sitting on your heels like we're doing now. And just take a moment to let your hands fold, palms turned up. Let your eyes close. And take a moment to feel your breath. Gently inhaling, feeling your ribcage expand. And gently exhaling, feeling your ribcage contract. Lengthening your spine, sitting just a little bit taller. Establishing a rhythm of slow, steady, deep breath. And then take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, let your eyes open. And just bring your fingers to the floor in front of your knees and a little bit out to the sides. And exhaling, just round your spine. So you're in a seated cat back. Chin towards your chest, rounding your spine. And inhaling, extending your spine, lifting your chest, rolling your shoulders back. And exhale, rounding. And inhale, extend. And exhale, round. Inhale, extend. One more time. Exhale, round. And really feel your abdominals working. Rounding your lower back, squeezing that last bit of breath out. And inhale, extending, lifting your tailbone, extending your spine. And as you exhale, gently sit back. Okay, and then just turn your fingers over so your palms face backward. all you're going to do is start to roll your shoulders. So as you inhale, pull your shoulders forward and lift them up. And as you exhale, roll them down and back. And just continue doing that. And as you do it, feel the movement of your spine. Inhaling, your spine will round. Exhaling, your spine will extend. So there's a little bit of a cat-cow happening as you're starting to bring some movement into your shoulders. Take your time with it. Exhale, rolling back down. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back down. And then one more time. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders forward and up. Really feel the musculature of your shoulder girdle. And exhale, roll it down. Okay, now just settle for a moment. Lift your right shoulder up. Drop your left shoulder down. And then start to move your right shoulder back as your left shoulder comes forward. Right shoulder going down as your left shoulder goes up. So taking it slow at first and just continuing that movement and letting your spine rotate a little bit as you sort of do this sachet-like movement. And moving with your breath slowly and deeply. Feeling your breath all the way in. Feeling all of the muscles that you can to generate this movement. Take one more deep breath. And then gently settle. And as you inhale, reach your arms out wide. Big deep breath all the way in. And exhale, turn to the right. So your left arm is reaching forward, your right arm is reaching back. And then inhale back to the center. And exhale, turn to the left. Right arm reaching forward, left arm reaching back. And inhale back to the center. And exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Try to look all the way back towards your right hand. Lift your chest a little bit. And then inhale back to the center. And exhale to the left. Look back at your left hand. Reach your arms wide. And then inhale back to the center. And exhale to the right. And this time, take the back of your left hand to the outside of your right thigh. Wrap your right hand all the way behind your back. And try to reach for your left thigh with your right hand. Roll your right shoulder back and just press a little bit with your left hand to deepen the twist. See if you can feel a little bit of that sense of a cow back, the extension. So there's a back bend as you're twisting. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, release and switch sides. Your right hand is coming forward as your left hand goes back. And then taking the outside of your right hand, or the back of your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Left hand behind your back, reaching for your right thigh. And just gently pressing with your right hand, turning your left shoulder back. Take a big deep breath all the way in. And then exhale, come back to the center. Go ahead and lean forward. Tuck your toes. Drop into a squat. Now just sit back on your heels. Okay, rock a little bit side to side. So what you want to do in this pose is just start to gently swing your arms a little bit, just getting a little bit of rotational action through your chest. And if you can, you're going to start to move your feet as well and get a little sort of bob in your hips, just getting a little rotation. Let your gaze turn all the way back if you can. Find your balance. Breathe. Take another deep breath all the way in. Good, you guys. And then back to the center, and you're going to straighten your legs and fold forward. Turn your toes to face forward. Take your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Squeeze your palms. Reach your arms over the back of your head. Tuck your chin all the way towards your chest. Shift your weight a little bit left to right. And take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, just bend your left knee and turn your chest to the right. And as you're rotating, see if you can find a sense of that extension of your spine. So there's a little back bend happening. Pressing out of your right foot, leaning into that left leg a little bit. Take another breath. And exhale, switch sides. Bend into your right knee. Turn your chest to the left. Keep reaching your arms over the back of your head. And really try to feel deeply into your spine. Feel the rotation as well as the attempt to extend. Take another deep breath. And exhale back to the center. Let your fingers come down to the front of your mat. Now take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, walk your hands over to the right. Lean your hips to the left. And breathe. So now, feel a sense of a cat back. Your belly is drawing up in towards your spine. Listening to your breath. Take another deep inhale. And as you exhale, come back to the center and switch sides. Take your hands to the left, lean your hips to the right. Again, find a little sense of cat back, rounding your spine. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, come back to the center. Then take a big inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, one more time, drop to a squat. Bend your knees, and let's just stretch the wrists before we ask them to bear too much weight. So fingers facing back towards your feet. Lift your heels, pressing into your palms. Just shifting your weight a little bit left to right. Listening to your breath. Maybe try to lengthen your spine a little bit. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, sit back on your heels and then flip your hands over. All 10 fingernails pressing down into the floor, doing the best that you can to straighten your elbows without forcing anything, keeping in mind that principle of ahimsa that we talked about in our last practice, doing as little harm as possible. Take another deep breath in. And then as you exhale, gently sit back on your heels, straighten your legs, and fold forward. So take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, step your right foot back. Drop your right knee gently down and point your toes. And as you inhale, just reach your arms up into a low lunge, taking a moment to feel your hips sinking down towards your left heel as your heart is lifting away from your hips, reaching up and out through your fingertips. Awareness of the engagement of your triceps to lock your elbows. The left heel and the right knee pulling toward each other, stabilizing your foundation. Take another breath. And exhale, let your fingers come down to the front of your mat and step forward. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, step your left foot back. Drop your knee down, point your toes. And again, inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And just taking a moment to feel deeply into your body, feeling your breath. Right heel and left knee pulling toward each other. Maybe even engage your left glutes to stabilize that left hip. Take another deep breath. And exhale, let your fingers come down to the front of your mat. Step your left foot forward. One more time. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back. Drop your knee down, point your toes. And this time, just one deep breath. Inhale, reach up and try to feel all of those same things in the space of one breath that you felt in several breaths before. And exhale, let your hands come down. Step your right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back. Drop your knee and point your toes. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Feel into it. And exhale, let your hands come down. Step forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold it all the way down. And as you inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring your palms together as you reach up. And as you exhale, let your hands come down by your sides. Separate your feet a little wider than hip distance. And just start to swing your arms. Okay, so just gently twisting. Letting your gaze turn all the way back every time you rotate. Letting your arms just kind of gently smack against your lower back. A little bend in your knees. And if it feels good, put a little bit of drunken sailor into it. Just kind of leaning from one foot to the other. All right, feeling your ability to find equilibrium in a dynamic environment. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, let's come back to the center. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up in the air. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back. Drop your knee down, point your toes. One deep breath. Inhale, reach up into Anjane Asana. Exhale, let your hands come down. Now step back to a plank pose and lower gently all the way down onto your belly. Inhale to a baby cobra. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. And exhale, lower down. Now tuck your toes, plant your palms. Inhale up to a plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. And inhale, raise your right leg all the way up in the air. Exhale, bring your right knee to your nose. Find that cat back through your spine. So really lift your hips, lift your belly, and then step your right foot through your hands. Drop your left knee down to the floor and point your left toes. And as you inhale, raise your right arm all the way up in the air. Okay, so just a low twist. Sink your hips a little deeper. Keep feeling your right heel and left knee pulling toward each other. Notice how that helps you drop a little deeper through the hips. Maybe bring a little more engagement into your left glutes. So if you can, you're engaging back in that left hip to sink a little deeper. Take another breath. Okay, now as you exhale, tuck your left toes and lift your left knee. Just lifting that leg. Starting to shift your weight into your right foot. Come up onto your left fingertips. Getting as light as possible on the fingers and maybe Finding a little lift through your chest to float your left fingers off the ground, keeping your breath steady and deep. Hugging your right hip in towards the midline, strengthening your left leg. Reach a little higher, take another breath. Good, and exhale, let your hands come down. Now just step your left foot forward about 6 to 8 inches and turn that heel down. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold over your right leg and shift your weight a little bit forward and back. Strengthen your thighs. Pull your chest down towards your right leg. Pull your face down towards your right foot. Take another breath. And as you exhale, step your left foot forward. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold it all the way down. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring your palms together as you reach up. And exhale, let your hands come down by your sides. Nice work, you guys. Again, inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back. Drop your knee down, point your toes. One deep breath. Inhale, reach up into Anjaneyasana. Sink down through the hips, reach up through your fingertips. And exhale, let your hands come down. Step back through a plank and lower gently all the way down. And again, baby cobra. Inhale, lift your hands, shoulders, and chest. And exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Inhale up to a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. With an inhale, raise your left leg up in the air. Exhale, knee to your nose, and again, find that cat back. Round your spine, lean your shoulders forward, step your left foot through your hands, drop your right knee down, raise your left arm up. Inhale. Low lunging twist. Sink your hips down. And again, feel the left heel and right knee pulling toward each other, pushing out of your right shoulder, and just trying to open your left shoulder and chest a little further. Okay, take another breath. And then tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Again, shifting your weight into your left foot, coming up onto your right fingertips, maybe little by little lifting through your chest to float your right fingers off the front of your mat.
This is very challenging.
Stay
अपने
with
right
it.
हाथ भी जमीन से उठाना है.
Take another big deep breath in. And exhale, release your fingers down to the front of your mat. Pyramid pose, right foot stepping forward just a few inches, back heel down. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold all the way down. Shift your weight a little bit forward and back. Feel your breath. Head down toward your left foot as you strengthen your legs. Really let those left hamstrings release. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, step your right foot forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold all the way down. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring your palms together as you reach up. And exhale, let your hands come down by your sides. Beautiful. A little different this time. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back. Drop your knee gently down and point your toes. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up in the air. And exhale, let your hands come down to the front of your mat. Step back to a plank pose. Lower gently all the way down. Okay, now, baby cobra. Lift your hands, shoulders, and chest. And this time, add your left leg, okay? And really feel the back body working to extend your spine. Feel the left glutes working to lift that left leg, and feel the left quads and calves activating to extend your knee and ankle. Try to lift just a little higher. Take another breath. And exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Inhale up to a plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg all the way up in the air. Exhale, knee into your nose. Again, find that cat back. Lean forward, step your foot through your hands. Now, just going to walk your fingers forward. Lean forward, lift your left leg parallel to the ground. Point the left toes. Keep the quads and calves active. And as you inhale, raise your right arm up in the air. Okay. Now, you're feeling the rotation and the extension of your spine to create a twisted half moon. You're trying to reach your heart forward as you lift your chest. And maybe you'll be able to get a little lighter on your left fingers and possibly float your left hand off the floor. Finding that balance through your right leg. Take into it, open that right shoulder and chest. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, release your hands down and step your left foot forward. Beautiful. Fold all the way down. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring your palms together as you reach up. And exhale, let your hands come down by your sides. Again, inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Keep feeling deeply. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, left foot steps back. Drop your knee and point your toes. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Sink your hips. And exhale, let your hands come down. Step back through a plank pose and lower gently all the way down. And again, baby cobra, starting with the hands, shoulders, and chest, and then add the right leg this time. So feel what's happening here to create this sense of extension and engagement through your whole back body. Take another deep breath. And exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes. Inhale up to a plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. With an inhale, left leg up in the air. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose. Find that cat back, rounding, stepping your left foot through your hands, staying on the wall of your back foot for a second as you walk your hands forward, fingertips on the floor. Lean forward, lift your right leg up, parallel to the ground. So not a standing splits. And then lift up onto your fingertips. And as you inhale, raise your left arm all the way up in the air. Point your right toes.
Reverse moon pose.
See if you can maybe feel your chest starting to lift, floating your right fingers off the ground. Just finding that balance through your left leg and hip. Try to keep finding that back bend through your spine. Taking another big deep breath all the way in. And as you exhale, let your hands come down. Step your right foot forward. Fold all the way down. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring your palms together as you reach up. And exhale. Let your hands come down by your sides. Now let's see if we can combine some of those movements with a bind to be able to take ourselves into a bound, twisted half moon. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your right foot back. Drop your knee and point your toes. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. Lift your chest, sink your hips. And exhale, let your hands come down. Step back through a plank and lower gently all the way down. Inhale to cobra pose. Now breathe. So you're lifting your chest. You're pulling your heart forward, rolling your shoulders back. And then all you're going to do is turn to the outside of your right hip. Let your left hip turn up towards the sky. And keep pulling your heart forward and lifting your chest. And maybe just push those hips out a little bit further. So you're feeling into that right outer hip. And also into the connection between your lumbar and thoracic spine, where your twisting happens. Take a deep breath. And exhale back to the center. And switch sides. Turn your hips to the left. Lift your chest. Keep pulling your heart forward. Take another deep breath in. And exhale back to the center. Let's lower all the way down. Tuck your toes and inhale up to a plank. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up in the air. Exhale, knee to your nose again. Find that cat back. Feel into it. Concentrate. Step your right foot through your hands. Drop your left knee down to the floor. Point your left toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. And this time, let your right hand hang down outside your right hip. Palm facing forward, so there's a little external rotation of your shoulder. And then lean your right hand down towards the floor. If you can, try to put all 5 fingertips on the ground. And raise your left arm up and over to the right. So you're side bending. And you're also trying to find a little sense of back bend. Feeling your right heel and left knee pulling toward each other. Maybe even activating your left glutes to stabilize that hip. Now take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to reach your left elbow across your right thigh. Okay, and then press a little bit with that arm to start turning your chest. Bring your right hand to prayer. Pull your belly in towards your spine. Try to get the knuckles of your thumbs into the center of your chest. And possibly start to slide your left triceps down across your right thigh. So you're getting that left shoulder down towards your right knee. Really sinking deeply into it. And if possible, reach your left hand down and take your right arm up. Okay, so having the back knee down and keeping the right foot and left heel pulling toward each other will help to keep your balance. Now really feel your breath. Keep that steady. Try to wrap your right hand all the way behind your back. And if you can, you're going to reach your left arm underneath your right leg. See if you can bind your fingers, maybe even catch a wrist. Keep doing the best you can. Now tuck your left toes. Look down at the floor towards your right foot. Concentrate on the contact of your toes into the floor to give you balance, and slowly lift your left knee up. Keep reaching your heart forward and breathing. Little by little, you're leaning your weight forward, shifting the weight up onto the toes of your left foot, and then gently dragging that foot forward until maybe you can lift it up in your bound twisted half moon. Breathe. Try to find that extension of your spine. Try to feel that rotation. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently unwind your bind fingers to the front of your mat. Step your left foot forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold all the way down. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring your palms together as you reach up. And exhale, let your hands come down by your sides. Let's do it all again on the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Keep training your attention on your breath. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step your left foot back. Drop your knee and point your toes. Inhale, reach all the way up. Sink the hips. Exhale, let your hands come down. Step back to a plank and lower all the way down. Inhale to a cobra. This time you're going to start by rolling your hips to the left, turning your chest to the right, pressing your hips out a little bit, pulling your heart forward and lifting. Feel into it. Take a breath. And exhale back to the center. Roll to the outside of your right hip. Look over your left shoulder maybe as you pull your heart forward. Take a deep breath. And exhale back to the center and lower all the way down. Tuck your toes. Inhale up to a plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg goes up in the air. Exhale, bring your knee into your nose. Cat back, rounding. Step that foot through your hands. Drop your right knee down and point your right toes. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. And exhale, let your left hand hang down outside your left hip. So again, palm facing forward, shoulder open. Leaning to the left, reaching your right arm up and over. Sinking your hips down. Feel the left heel and right knee pulling toward each other. Stabilize the foundation. Keep lifting your chest. Maybe activate your right glutes. Take another breath. And exhale. Start to wrap your right triceps across your left thigh. Bring your left hand to a prayer. Pull your belly in and see if you can slide your right triceps across your left thigh. Okay, so there's no rush here. This is just about moving slowly, feeling deeply into the body, seeing if you can use that deep concentration to be able to give you insight as to how to make more space and access more potential. Maybe reach your right hand down outside your left foot, left arm up. Pull your belly in, creating space for your ribs to turn. And then possibly wrap your left hand back. Possibly take your right hand underneath your left leg, binding. Right toes tucked, look down at your left foot. And again, there's no rush. Feel your left toes lightly gripping the floor as you lift your right knee. Starting to lean forward and very slowly dragging that back foot up until maybe you can lift it. Sometimes you need to reset and try again. Breathe. Keep that evenness of concentration, not affected by the dualities, good or bad, right or wrong, just doing the best you can, letting that be the sole guiding focus of your practice. Take another deep breath in. And exhale, release your hands down. Step your right foot forward. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold all the way down. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring your palms together as you reach up. And exhale, let your hands come down by your sides. Let's change gears a little bit. Separate your feet a little bit, about hip distance. Okay. And as you inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips down. Reach your arms up. And just bob your hips a little bit. Take a big deep breath all the way in. And exhale, straighten your legs, fold all the way forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step into a plank pose. Both feet back. Strong, straight arms. And then just like we worked on in the last practice, sink your hips down into a high arch. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. Take a big deep breath all the way in. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale up to a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now with an inhale, raise your right leg up in the air. And as you exhale, step your right foot outside your right hand. So you can step it just to the edge of your mat, or you can come off the mat if you like. And for a moment, just sink your hips down and lift your chest. So sometimes it's helpful to know where your practice is going. Right? I have the advantage of knowing that, which gives me information into what I want to feel in my body when I'm in different postures. In this case, I'm going to try to bring us eventually in this sequence to a bird of paradise, which involves a lot of opening through this right inner thigh and this right hip. So right now you want to feel the right foot and the left toes sort of pulling toward each other to activate those muscles, and then sinking your hips down as deeply as you can as you explore the range of motion with that engagement. That's going to give you the safest, greatest range of motion to be able to help you get into the posture. Breathe. Take another big deep breath all the way in. And as you exhale, just lift your hips a little bit, drop your left heel down to the inside, walk your hands over to the top left corner of your mat, and sink as deeply as you can into that right knee so your hips are dropping all the way down towards your right heel. You're reaching your arms way out in front of you, rounding your spine, tucking your chin towards your chest to feel that flexion all the way from your tailbone through your cervical spine. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, start to lift your hips as you bring your hands back to the front of your mat. Spin to the ball of your back foot and inhale. Raise your right leg all the way up in the air. And exhale, step that foot through your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, come up to a crescent pose. Breathe. Now, in the previous practices, we had our hands interlaced behind our back in crescent pose. But in the practice before that, we had our hands in reverse prayer. So now we're going to come back to reverse prayer, just to open the shoulders in a slightly different way. Roll the shoulders back, lift the chest. Okay, start to lean your heart forward. Try to maintain that sense of a back bend. As you lean forward, lift your left leg, coming to warrior three. Breathe. Keep lifting your chest. Keep lifting that left leg. Nice, slow, steady breath. Take a big, deep inhale. Keep your hands in reverse prayer. And as you exhale, bend your left knee up into your chest as you stand on your right leg, lifting your left leg up. And inhale, extend your left leg forward. Point the toes. Exhale, rebend your left knee. Inhale, back to warrior three. Reaching your heart forward, just feeling yourself moving through it. And again, exhale, left knee into your chest. Feeling the relationship between your hips and your spine. Inhale, extend your left leg forward. Strong leg. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, back to warrior three. And one more time. Exhale, back up. Lift your left leg. Try to lift it just a little bit higher. Is there any more access there? And then inhale, extend it forward and breathe. Point those toes. Feel your calf muscles. Feel your quadriceps. Take a big, deep breath in. And as you exhale, keep the legs straight. Just gently step it all the way back to the back of your mat. Open your arms out wide and bend your right knee into warrior two. Looking forward past your right fingers. Feeling your right heel and left foot pulling toward each other. So again, there's activity to the inner thigh and the hamstrings of the right leg, inner thigh of the left leg, maybe even activating your left glutes. Sink down. Start to lean forward. Deep breath. And exhale. Let your right fingers come outside your right foot as you reach your left arm forward in Parsva Konasana. Breathe.
Extended side angle pose.
Keep extending from the left heel through your fingertips. Listen to your breath. Keep your pelvic floor active. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, look down at the floor and just walk your right hand straight out in front of your right foot. Lean forward, lift your left leg into a half moon. So just moving around that right hip in an externally rotated position now. A moment ago, we did it in a neutrally rotated position when we went from warrior three to the standing one leg balance. Just finding that full range of motion through the right hip. Take another deep breath. And as you exhale, gently drop your left foot back, bend your right knee. And this time, back to warrior two, flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, bring your right arm underneath your right leg, wrapping your left hand back, trying to come to a bind. So with a bind, it'll help to get that right shoulder deep inside your right knee, bringing your right hand behind your back, trying to get the back of your right hand to the outside of your right hip, and wrapping your left hand all the way back. Maybe finding the fingers, maybe finding the wrists. Okay? And if it helps you, you can start to come to a bound triangle pose, just straightening that right leg a little bit to giving you a little more access in your right hamstrings. Breathe. Do this in your own time. Keep your pelvic floor active. When you're ready, you're going to bend your right knee, look down at the front of your mat, step your left foot forward. Now go very slowly. Feel the contact of your left foot with the front of your mat. Start to lift your right heel. And then feel the lift through your spine. Okay, so keep that bind behind your right hip. Shift the weight into your left foot, and little by little, starting to stand all the way up, lifting your chest.
This is the
And if you can, extend the right leg all the way out and up. Bird of paradise. Open your chest, roll your shoulders back. Try to find a little more engagement in your right quads. Point those toes. Beautiful. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, rebend your right knee. Release that right foot back down. Release your hands down. Fold all the way forward. Just take a moment. Shake your head. Shift your weight. And then inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, step back to a plank pose. Strong, straight arms. Strengthen your legs. Push through your heels. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink your hips. Roll your shoulders back and lift your chest. Deep breath in. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale up to a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe. With an inhale, raise your left leg up in the air. Exhale, step your left foot outside your left hand. So again, it can come off the mat if you like, or just outside the hand. Just stay on the ball of your back foot for a second. Sink your hips down. And feel your left heel and your right foot pulling toward each other. So there's that squeezing in action. Right? And then gently start to move your hips forward and back and side to side. Just exploring gently. Smooth, steady breath the whole time. Maybe keeping in mind your yamas and niyamas, contentment, purity, weeding out the thoughts from your mind that aren't helpful. Tapas, the fiery force of will that gives you the discipline to create transformation. Lift your hips, drop your back heel down, walk your hands over to the top right corner of your mat as you sink down into your left knee, turning your right toes up. And again, reaching way out. Chin towards your chest, sinking those hips down. Good. Pelvic floor active. Take another breath. And as you exhale, lift your hips as you bring your hands back to the front of your mat. Spin to the ball of your back foot. Inhale, left leg all the way up and back. And exhale, step your left foot through your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, coming up to a crescent pose. Find your breath, sinking deep. Strengthen that right leg. Strengthen the right glutes even. Feel that connection in your body. And exhale, reverse prayer. Take the hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back. Extend your spine. Start to lean forward slowly. Shifting your weight, lifting your right leg, pointing your right toes. Okay, keep extending your spine. Breathe. Listen to your breath. Now take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bend your right knee up into your chest, standing tall. And inhale, extend your right leg forward. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, back to warrior three. Good. And again, exhale, right knee into your chest. Lift it a little higher if you can. Inhale, extend it forward. Exhale, rebend. One more time. Inhale, warrior three. Keep lifting that right leg. Lifting your chest, deep breath. Exhale, bend it back up into your chest. Lift it as high as you can. Inhale, extend it forward. Point your toes. Feel your calves. Feel your quads. Take a deep breath. And exhale, gently step your right foot all the way back. Reach your arms out wide as you bend your left knee. Sinking deep into warrior two. So feel your feet pulling toward each other. Strengthen your right leg and your right glutes. Feel the rhythm of your breath. And as you inhale, just start to lean forward. Left fingers outside your left foot. Parsva Konasana. Reaching your right arm out. Mindful movement. Evenness of attention. Just doing the best that you can. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, look down. Walk your left hand out in front of your left foot. Glide up into a half moon. Just feeling that external rotation through your left hip. Breathe. Bringing awareness to every cell in your body. The fingers are spreading wide. Maybe you want to feel a little lift of your left fingers off the ground. I know we didn't do that on the other side, but that's okay. Take another deep breath. And exhale, bend your left knee back to warrior two. And again, flip your front palm. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, left arm underneath your left leg. Reach your right arm back. So again, drop that left shoulder deep inside your left knee. Roll your right shoulder back. Good, Christy. Drop that left shoulder deeper inside the knee. There you go. And now get your hand up above the hip. Yes, good. Okay, now if it helps you, straighten that left leg, coming into a bound triangle. Breathe. Good breath. Extend your spine. Roll that right shoulder open. Yes. Okay, everybody take another deep breath. And then gently look down as you bend your left knee and step your right foot slowly forward. Take your time, shifting your weight to your right foot, lifting your left heel. Pay attention to your spine, gently, starting to stand, holding that bind, coming straight up into your balance on your right leg. And then if you can, extending your left leg up and out into a bird of paradise. Listen to your breath. Point the toes. Roll the shoulders back. Take another deep breath in. And then gently rebend your left knee and slowly return it back down. Fold all the way down. Release your hands. Shake your head. Shift your weight a little bit side to side. Take a big deep breath in to lengthen your spine. And as you exhale, fold all the way forward. And inhale, sweep all the way up. Bring your palms together as you reach up. And exhale. Let your hands come down by your sides. Now just take a moment. Close your eyes. Feel your breath. Relax your jaw. Relax the muscles around your eyes. And really dig into this thing that we're practicing in this practice, which is samyama. Concentrated attention on the body, specifically on the relationship between the muscles and the bones that creates movement. And stay open to possibilities. Stay determined in your practice. We're going to see if we can put some things together and take this one step further. Okay, take another deep breath all the way. Exhale, let that breath go. Let your eyes open. Now shift your weight to your right foot. Bend your left knee up to your chest. With your right hand, catch your left foot. Reach your left foot forward. If you can, reach your left hand back. Feel the right toes making contact with the floor, and if you can, turn your gaze to look back towards your left hand. Breathe. Listen to your breath. See if you can pull your left foot over to the right a little bit further. Open your left shoulder and chest a little further back to the left. Explore the shape. Take another deep breath in. Now this time, as you exhale, you're going to send your gaze forward and slowly transition into a twisted half moon. So let your left foot go. Keep that leg straight. Windmill your left hand down, coming back to where we were earlier in the practice. Rotating around that right hip. Right arm reaching up. Beautiful concentration. Point those left toes. Energize that leg. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, step your left foot back. Let your hands come down to the front of your mat. And as you inhale, raise your right leg all the way up in the air. Now exhale, bring your right knee to your left arm. And as you inhale, extend your right leg out to the left. So it's going to come out on the floor. I know, the floor is a little dirty. That's okay. We can handle it. We're yogis. Yogis are meant to get dirty. Okay, push your right foot out to the left. Sink your hips down. So you're trying to feel a couple things here. You're trying to stay on the ball of your back foot. So lift that left heel, Ryan, up a little higher. The heel of the back foot. There you go. And feel your right hip trying to pull forward. At the same time, strengthen your right leg. Drop your right hip down towards the ground. So you're feeling a stretch through your outer right hip. And then look over your right shoulder back towards your left foot. This is a deep twist. Listen to your breath. Take another deep inhale. And as you exhale, press into your hands to lift your hips. Now drop your back heel down. Raise your left arm up in the air. And if you can, lift your right foot up off the ground. Breathe. Try to look up towards the sky. Open your heart. Take another breath. Exhale, left hand down to the front of your mat. Inhale, raise your right leg up in the air. Exhale, step that foot through your hands. Now, stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, come to a crescent pose. And we're going to come into a twist and a bind. Last time we did this with the back knee down. Okay, so if you need to put the back knee down, you can. Otherwise, try to come into it from standing, turning to the right, hands to prayer. Sliding your left triceps across your right thigh. Maybe reaching your left hand down and your right arm up. Maybe wrapping your right hand behind your back, taking your left arm underneath your right leg, seeing if you can bind. So again, if you need to put that back knee down, feel free. Once you get as deep into it as you can, look down at the front of your mat. Slowly leaning forward, stepping your left foot forward. Okay, so this is an awkward position. And now you're lifting your right heel, feeling your left toes making contact with the floor, and seeing if you can come up into a bound, twisted bird of paradise. Point the right toes, lift your chest. Good, Britt. Step that left foot forward now. Good. There you go. Take your time. Lengthen your spine, standing tall. Big, deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently release your bind and set your right foot down. Good. And then just kind of wiggle your hips. Good. Take a moment. Ooh, get a nice head rush there. Take a big, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. We have one more side. Everybody's doing great. Stay with it. Best effort you can. Shift your weight to your right foot. To your left foot. Lift your right knee up. Reach with your left hand. Catch the outside of your right foot. Extend your right leg forward. Try to reach your right hand back. Slowly turning your gaze. Beautiful. Push through your right heel.
On the other side.
Try to pull your right foot over to the left as you open your right shoulder and chest. Back to the left a little bit further. Now remember, your transition out of this is to twisted half moon. So picture it in your mind. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, gently windmill. Right leg back as the right fingers come down. Gently. Landing softly with those right fingers. Open into your twisted half moon. Take a big deep breath all the way in. And as you exhale, gently bend your left knee. Step your right foot back. Let your hands come to the floor. Inhale, sweep your left leg all the way up in the air. One-legged down dog. Exhale, left knee to your right arm. And inhale, extend your left foot out to the right. And then push that left foot out. Sink your hips down and take your time. Staying on the ball of your back foot. So, Christy, lift that right heel. There we go. Feel the right hip try to pull forward. And breathe. If you can, look over your left shoulder back towards your right foot. Strengthen your legs. Listen to your breath. Maybe let your hips drift a little bit side to side. Take another big, deep breath in. Good, you guys. And then press down. Lift your hips. Drop your back heel down. Raise your right arm up in the air. And if you can, lift your left foot up. Just a little core stability. Inner thighs working. Deep breath in. And exhale, right hand down. Inhale, left leg all the way up in the air. Exhale, step your left foot through your hands. Stay on the ball of your back foot. Inhale, crescent pose. So again, if you need to put your back knee down, feel free to do that. Otherwise, hands to prayer. Turn to the left. Let your right elbow come across your left thigh. Knuckles of your thumbs to the center of your chest. And then maybe reach your right hand down.
Oh, that was very challenging. At the end, I'm unable to follow.
Maybe wrap your left hand back. Possibly reach your right arm underneath your left leg. See if you can find your bind. Breathe. Steady, steady breath. Concentrating on the best effort that you can
relax
give.
body ko,
Down at
please.
the ground, leaning forward, gently. Understanding of reality is broken up into two distinct parts. Just dropping your hips. Taking a moment to lengthen your spine. Let your eyes close and just feel. Sometimes, if you practice with as much focus and precision and depth of feeling as you can, you go to a place inside yourself where you really, truly lose contact in the best possible way with everything else outside of you. And of course, we can't operate that way in our daily lives all the time. But there's something so restorative, something so regenerative about going to that place. Partly because of the way it feels and the way it makes us feel once we've gone through it, but also because we know that it's only a result of the effort that we've put into it. It's something we've done for ourselves that nobody can take away. Take another deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently open up your eyes. Let your butt drop gently down to the ground. And just come to a comfortable seat for a moment. So you're going to cross your legs. And either let the backs of your wrists rest on your knees or let your hands fold in your lap. And close your eyes. Feel your sit bones pressing down. Feel your breath moving slowly and deeply. And just take a moment to revisit some of the concepts that we've explored in this series so far. The history of where the Yoga Sutras came from. The environment of dissatisfaction with the status quo that gave rise to this new way of operating. The philosophy of Sankhya. The understanding of reality is broken up into two distinct parts, the perceiver and the perceived. And the yearning, the inborn yearning inside of human beings to live the best possible lives available to us, to minimize the amount of suffering that we experience. This is not something we signed up for consciously. This is a gift that's been given to us. And this practice of yoga is here to help us harness that power, to understand the forces at play inside and around us in the relationship between the two, and to help guide us to that peaceful place inside of us that we can know intellectually by various terminology, but that ultimately we only know when we experience it. We only know truly when we experience it. Let yourself feel your breath. Immerse yourself in that sensation of breath coming in and breath going out. If thoughts enter your mind, notice them. Lovingly, kindly direct your attention back to the sensation of your breath. And just recognize that you are engaged in a process of training your awareness. As much as possible, let yourself trust the process. Trust that as long as you're giving the best effort that you have to give, that the best possible outcome that can be is what's happening, even if it's not what you expected or hoped for or wanted. Lean into your faith in yourself. Lean into your trust in your own efforts. And when you're ready, if you like, feel free to stretch your legs out, lay down onto your back in Shavasana. Just let yourself rest. Soften the breath. Soften your body. And as much as possible, try to connect with the awareness underneath the experience you're having, the thing that allows you to be aware of the life you're living and the way you're living it. As always, you're welcome to stay where you are for as long as you have time and as long as you need the rest. Thank you for joining me for this practice. When you're ready, I look forward to seeing you in our 6th and final practice of this series. Thank you. Namaste.
दोस्तों दोनों हाथ लाएं सर के पीछे, स्ट्रेच करें पूरी तरह से, पाँव आगे बाजू पीछे, राइट घुटना बेंड करके स्ट्रेच कीजिए और फिर लेफ्ट घुटना बेंड करके स्ट्रेच कीजिएगा, हैंड रिलैक्स, लिक्विड की बैठी दोस्तों। दोस्तों ये तीसरा सेशन था, एक सेशन इसका और होगा, तो कोशिश करें अगर इसकी प्रैक्टिस करके जितना आसानी से कर सकते हैं, जो मुश्किल लगता है उसको छोड़ दें, जिस तरह मैंने हटका छोड़ दिया। तो आपको ज़्यादा ज़रूरी नहीं है हर चीज़ करना, और आपको जो चीज़ आपकी बॉडी में सूट करती है उसको करने की कोशिश करें, बाकी को लेट गो करें। लेकिन एक चीज़ सिर्फ रिक्वेस्ट है मेरी कि रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस चाहिए प्लीज़, उसके ऊपर जो कम्प्रोमाइज़ नहीं है। अगर आपने ज़िंदगी में कुछ फिटनेस अचीव करनी है तो रेगुलर प्रैक्टिस करनी पड़ेगी। अपना ख्याल रखिएगा, हमारी मुलाकात होगी नेक्स्ट वीडियो में। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।